This video examines Zamenhof's translation of Genesis chapter 1, tracing its journey from the Hebrew text to his 1911 Hachette edition, and finally to the 1926 London Bible. We explore how Zamenhof did more than translate words. He translated complex relationships. The core question is, what is the function of the Hebrew text here, and what is the role of Esperanto in its place? It is crucial to understand that translation is not a mechanical substitution of words. We must distinguish between two different paths, the translation path from Hebrew to the 1911 Esperanto edition, and the historical transmission path leading to the 1926 London Bible. These involve different methodologies. To understand how the text reached the public, we look at the editorial environment of the time, specifically the role of l'auteur and the publisher Hachette. This context is editorial, not a textual genealogy. Between 1911 and 1926, the text underwent a posthumous transmission process, particularly after Zamenhof's death in 1917, culminating in the 1926 London Bible. This separates his original work from later editorial revisions. When analyzing these changes, we use categories like conserved, interpreted, lost, or gained. These are not value judgments, but descriptive tools for understanding transformations. We apply these categories across two axes, one for the evidence of our analysis and another for the type of transformation. This methodology helps us clarify exactly what is being analyzed in each translation choice. Take the Hebrew word bārāʻ, translated as Christ. While the basic concept is conserved, the underlying lexical distribution and some verbal morphology are lost. This shows that dictionary equivalence doesn't mean structural identity. Another example is rûaḥ, translated as spirito. Here, Zamenhof makes an interpretation, selecting one meaning from a broad semantic field. This reduction is a necessary part of translation, not an error. In Genesis chapter 1 verse 26, the Hebrew plural naʿăśeh is conserved as mikriu. While the morphology is preserved, the interpretation of who we refers to remains a hermeneutical question beyond the grammar itself. Finally, we see how Esperanto creates a, quote, lexical bridge. By using viro and virino for different Hebrew terms, Zamenhof maintains intertextual coherence across different creation narratives. This reveals that Zamenhof's work is a translation of relations. Esperanto acts as more than just a medium. Its structure is a tool that allows the translator to reconstruct the text's deeper interrelations. When comparing the 1911 and 1926 versions, we find remarkable lexical stability. With over 93% of verses unchanged, the text is extraordinarily stable, despite minor graphic or structural variants. The status of the intermediate 1915 manuscript remains a subject of investigation. Whether specific changes occurred before or after this stage impacts how we attribute those modifications. In conclusion, Zamenhof's work reflects a deep structural transformation, yet it demonstrates extreme lexical stability over time. His translation is both a new creation and a faithful preservation of textual relationships. This video is part of a broader multilingual series on Zamenhof's Genesis. It highlights the foundational historical texts involved, specifically the 1911 and 1926 versions, alongside the original Hebrew context. The series is presented in 15 different languages, ensuring that the same core research and analytical structure are accessible to a global audience, all centered on Zamenhof's scientific and methodological legacy. This project emphasizes that while the language of presentation may change, the scientific integrity and the fundamental insights regarding Zamenhof's approach to translating textual relationships remain identical across all versions. Our research is grounded in the evolution from seminar discussions to a formal, written study. This study, available on academia.edu, provides an exhaustive analysis of the sources and translation strategies we have covered. Thank you for your attention throughout this video. For a deeper dive into the methodology and access to the full academic paper on Genesis chapter 1, please refer to the links provided in our documentation.